After getting to know the elements that belong to the alkali metals or group number 1, we will take a look at their storage and their handling. Some of these alkali metals, or the elements that belong to group number 1 of the periodic table, are very reactive. And that's why we don't store them outside in open air so that they won't react with oxygen or water, because that would be a vigorous reaction that we want to avoid. This is why proper handling and storage is very important. So, to stop them from reacting with oxygen, lithium, potassium, and sodium are kept in oil. And this is one way of storing and handling alkali metals, such as lithium, sodium, and potassium, just as you see in figure 12.9 in your book. Let's go more into details of storage and handling of the alkali metals. But first, there are some facts that you need to be familiar with. All these metals are extremely reactive. They all react quickly with air to form oxides, so a quick reaction because they are extremely reactive. And an oxide, for example, like lithium oxide or sodium oxide, they react rapidly and violently with water to form strongly alkaline solution of metal hydroxides. Metal hydroxides like sodium hydroxide, for example. And they form alkaline solutions, which means that the pH is between 7 and 14. So to avoid these rapid and violent reactions, it's important to store them in the correct way. So to stop alkali metals from reacting with oxygen and water vapor in the air, lithium, sodium, and potassium are stored in oil, just as you see in figure 12.9 in your book. If you take a closer look at the beaker containing sodium Na, you will actually see bubbles, and these are from sodium and water. Water may be found in limited amount in oil, so it will react with sodium and produce these bubbles. This is how fast the reaction is. Rubidium and cesium are very reactive, that they have to be stored in sealed glass tubes to stop oxygen from getting at them and reacting with them. So these are the two metals, the two alkali metals, rubidium and cesium, and they must be stored in sealed glass. And this is how sealed glass looks like. So lithium, sodium, potassium are stored in oil, while rubidium and cesium are stored in sealed glass. So this is how rubidium look in sealed glass, and also cesium as well. Great care must be taken not to touch any of these metals with fingers. So you should be very careful not to touch those alkali metals with your hands, with your fingers, because there could be enough sweat on your skin to give a reaction, producing lots of heat and very corrosive metal hydroxide. So it produces heat and corrosive metal hydroxide. It's corrosive, so it can burn the skin.